Hello, everyone, and welcome to another DC Universe Online live stream. My name is Meps, I'm your community manager, and with me today is Nerd of Prey, your creative director, and for the first time on a live stream, the great and powerful Moja,
Hey guys, what's up?
systems designer here on DCO.
His big debut.
His big debut,
That's
he's really been practicing. It's great. Thank you for joining us, both of you. As you guys, thank you for joining us as well. You guys know we're here to talk about artifacts, a new system coming to DCO. But what are artifacts? What does it mean?
Yep.
That's what we're going to tell you about today, and then we're going to show you how it works in-game. So you're in for a wild ride. It's going to be great. What are artifacts? Artifacts are powerful new items that you can find in the game, level up or rank up, and then upgrade over time, over the long term.
All true.
So all true,
All true.
all good stuff. But why DCO for artifacts, Nerd of Prey? What's the comic book inspiration for artifacts?
Basically, all comics everywhere is the inspiration for artifacts.
They're everywhere in the comics?
So they're all over the place. Think of those cool items of power that you've read about or you've seen like on the TV shows and stuff. Things like the Helm of Naboo. And we'll go through. I've brought some reference
Yeah,
for
we
us
got
to look
some
at.
here.
This is stuff these that the team used to create these things. And what these are like, everybody's got a sword. That's great, but there are certain swords that have more power than others, and that's what we're taking for inspiration for this system. That's the Crime Bible right
I
there.
was gonna say, yeah, it's a book.
From about 10 or 12 years ago. That
We're not that old.
not the game, in the comics.
Oh, in the comics. Okay.
This actually is referenced in the game,
Yeah.
in the Gang War storyline, shortly after launch of the game. But anyway, let's look at the next. I'm going to take you on a tour here.
Okay.
This is from something that's really relevant in the comics recently. It's called the Black Room. It's a room that Argus has where they store all of these incredible items of power. And these are the kinds of things that we want to bring into the game. Items that aren't just like something you would normally loot in content and then replace later. The idea is this item is special. It has special attributes. And I don't want to spoil anything beyond that because Moja's going to tell us about that. But they're always iconic. Nothing's going to be like a boot. No, these are really iconic things. Think Spear of Destiny. Think the ones I'm going to tell you about in a minute. But like nth metal is really important. That's something that's going on. I don't know if you guys are reading the metal story arc.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's awesome.
It is awesome, and it's so metal. But anyhow, artifacts are really important to that storyline too, in the sense that they say everything in the DC universe that is an item with great power, like sunstones and nth metal, the Helm of Naboo is one of them. All of these special things all have a common like element to them that gives them their power. And so we were reading this, we got really excited, and we've always wanted to do a system like this, and so it was a perfect opportunity for us to jump in and do it.
And so, like you said, these aren't like you don't find one of these and then throw it away like next week, right?
These are the coolest things that you'll ever find in DC Comics, basically. I don't know if you guys watch the Legends of Tomorrow show, but the Wave Rider, they have a bunch of like artifacts also on the ship, stored away.
Stored away for future use.
For future use. Like
All right,
you got the Scarab, you got the Warlagog there. There's a lot of like, there's little skeets like bot, those types of things.
Awesome. Okay, so that's where it comes from the comics. Let's move to actual gameplay. Moja, what's kind of the inspiration for artifacts from the gameplay perspective, and why does it make DCO more fun?
So we got started with this with a stats revamp where we got the whole game set on a stable growth pattern for stats. So we can add new systems like that that'll really let you customize your character, come up with new builds, promote new group synergies, and still keep it balanced within the context of the rest of the game.
The word we use is orthogonal progression. I mean, it's not just I get levels or I just get gear. And we just keep stacking on top, and your numbers just get bigger and bigger, and it's all on this like line that goes straight up, this vertical line.
Mm-hmm.
This is a system that's kind of outside that system and lets you grow your character at a different rate, gaining power through a completely different vector. Ooh, I said sciencey word,
That's
vector.
the word,
But
right?
and we're able to do that because, like you said, we did the stats revamp, so it's your stats directly impacting how you perform, and so now we can give you more ways to get those stats, more ways to perform, to increase how you perform.
And the really cool thing about artifacts is these are something that you stick with for a long time. Like it's like SJ was saying, with gear, you throw that away when you get to the next episode. Yeah. Same thing with crafting, but with the artifacts, you really invest in these things and get them really strong, and they grow with your character.
Yeah.
So there's something that you get to invest in for a long time.
It's more of I like how you use the word investment. It's not so much like new thing came out. This is dead. You know,
Right.
it grows with you, and we're gonna explain how.
Yeah. So speaking of explaining how, let's get in the game and let's do this.
First look.
First look at artifacts, the character, also the system.
We're so proud of your character, Maps. Thank
So,
you.
yeah, he's great. Like we said, artifacts are items that you level or rank up. How do you get your first artifact, Nerd of Prey?
This is really cool. We didn't want to just be like, and this system's in a tab somewhere, go find it. We actually want it to be a really
Well, I mean,
okay, it is. It is. I mean, it's there. That's true, but it isn't just that. We built some content to introduce the whole concept.
of course.
You guys might have noticed him in the art we were looking through at the beginning for our inspiration. But John Constantine is a character in the comics that often uses relics and artifacts to do powerful things. And so he actually is the one who contacts you, and he takes you kind of like on a guided mission on how to get the first one. I don't want to say much beyond that, but you get to explore off-world places. A lot of you guys have been to those places. We're going to go back. Low-level people, they've never seen some of these
Right.
places. It'll be really exciting.
You'll get
for
this
them.
thing at level 20. I don't know if you said that.
Yeah, that's true. Level 20. Constantine's like, hey mate, okay, I won't do any more Constantine. Just kidding. You'll hear it in the game. But he guides you through getting your first one, and then you get to this point where you start to open up the menu and learn how to use the system.
Yeah. So real quick before we jump into that, I just want to draw attention to the awesome tutorial tooltip thing that is on the screen right now. This will happen to introduce everybody in the game to the new system. Super cool. Lots of potential for this to be used a ton of places. But you might have noticed in our last live stream that there was upgrades tab.
Nobody noticed that. No one saw that.
Nobody noticed that. Yeah.
Nobody knows. They don't know what you're talking about.
My bad. That wasn't supposed to be there. It was supposed to say artifacts, and it was supposed to be revealed today, not a month ago or whenever that was. But
It's like when it came up, I'm like, oh no.
Look away.
No, don't look at that.
can't stop it. I didn't notice at all. Anyway, so when you're done with that mission, you get to choose your first artifact. And we're going to clear this. And before we go into that tab, we're just going to take a look at some of the choices, or actually all the choices. I guess depending on your role and your power set, you'll get presented some options, right?
Yes, so everybody will get both DPS options, and then we have specific options for healers, tanks, and controllers.
Okay.
And you'll be able to choose those based on your role. You'll still be able to get the other ones after the mission, though, if you wanted something for an off roll.
Yeah, essentially get to pick one. But we're gonna surface the ones that are probably best for your power type.
Right. Yep. Which, if you respec or whatever, you can always get the other ones. Marks of victory. Actually, it's pretty simple for this first batch. Before we show the tooltip, I know, I'm just making you wait. We have introduced and then we've already fixed, but not fixed for today's stream, a problem with the stats. So you're going to see some extremely low numbers, which are unfortunate. But
Right.
so I'm just to show it. Like, it says you get 6 health.
Not true.
That's going to be like 200 health for like your level 0 artifact. These are huge things that have lots of impact.
Yeah.
Not 6 health.
No.
Sorry about that. We just
We were
ignore
like,
that
crap.
for now.
We saw that's not right. It's 200.
Yeah. But okay, Mojo, walk us through what we get here. Obviously, you get some stats. It starts at just health, but that extends at some point.
So as you hit the milestone ranks, which are every 20 ranks, you'll have a special rank called a milestone. You'll be unlocking new special bonuses. So this is the healer artifact. So you'll be unlocking restoration and precision as bonus stats, in addition to a bunch of percentage stat gains, which affect your total stat pool. And Jade Flame's Vitality, which is a new passive that will buff your entire group when you use your group heal.
What? So okay, obviously this is the healer one. Let me just go through quickly and show the others.
So that's real quick about
Yeah.
artifacts. That's the thing is the more you essentially level them up, the more stats you unlock, the
Yes.
more, and you may unlock abilities and all sorts of crazy stuff. The future is going to be insane.
right.
So
the future beyond right now, though, not
Right.
just as you level.
a lot like skill points. It follows the exact same curve as skill points, actually. So you'll have those raw stats that increase as you level it higher, in addition to the percent stats. So you get both.
Okay. So for
So
example,
it sounds like the game sound is coming in really high.
oh, is that the problem?
Yeah. Well, that's one of them, but I did notice that comment.
I think I fixed it. Let us know if that's better.
Hopefully, at least now, yeah.
Maybe that was the problem.
There's
Yeah,
some
that was too
cool
loud.
sounds in there, but what we're saying is probably a little bit cooler.
Yeah. Okay. Better now. Okay. Sorry about that. That identifies the problem. We'll get that fixed for the next live stream. for example, this is one of the damage artifacts.
Yes.
Yes?
This is for weapon users. So you'll get your group buff bonus for using cross-weapon combos, or weapon masteries, as many players like to call them. But the cool thing about this one is it's based on your health stat.
What? But I'm a damage player.
Yeah, but now health is a good stat for you because it increases your damage. And since all of the support artifacts also increase your health as a group buff, these all synergize together to make a really strong benefit for your entire group.
So the healer buffs my health, and then that makes my artifact make me do even more damage, or makes me do even more damage.
Yep.
And then my artifact gives me more health, which means I do even more damage after that.
Yep.
Okay, I think I got it. So putting points into health translates into more damage for me as a DPS player.
Yeah.
I just said it
Nice.
the third
Right.
time.
Wait,
Okay.
sounds like health matters.
Health matters?
Health matters.
Oh, what have we done?
Oh,
Okay. This is the controller one.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
similar
mention.
format to the healer one. This is based on your group power heal. So controllers, your batteries. Sorry, but
What do you mean? Sorry.
when you're doing that
You
buff,
just crushed.
not
the
only are
fray.
you increasing your group's power and giving them that weapon bonus, but also you're increasing their health with this as well, which in turn feeds those DPS artifacts. So your entire group is both better survivability and better damage. And tank, same type of format, except this time with the pulls. So a lot of times tanks are the ones responsible for grouping all the NPCs together, pulling together, making sure they're all controlled, so the rest of the group can burst them down. While you're doing that, you're also going to be buffing your group.
Awesome. All right. Real quick, these are what we call reagents. Nth metal, like you were mentioning before. These are other items that give your artifacts experience. And we're just going to jump right into it and show you how that works right now.
So I want to quick comment about artifacts in general. As he was describing, what's important is that like if you're in a group, you're helping out your whole group, and if you guys have different artifacts, that's when it gets really cool because everybody's giving something else to the group.
Right.
So that's why you may want more than one, because if you're like, oh, I've got this one, oh, I've got this one too, and you're like, well, I'll slot in my other one. Now we have more stuff stacking in our group because they don't stack with themselves, but all the different ones can stack together as a group.
Right.
Your whole group gets those benefits.
Awesome.
That savagery of Mageddon type thing. Which, as you may have noticed, each one of those is an iconic item from the DC universe, and they have a nice little
Right.
description.
These are huge. This is the Starheart fragment. Like
Yeah.
that's
It's a big
that's a
deal.
thing.
Who knows what a Starheart fragment is, or what the Starheart is? Well,
We'll find out in 4
I'm not going to
seconds.
wait till someone says anything, but it's actually Alan Scott Green Lantern. It's where he gets his power for his ring. Two of the other, let me go through them real quick. Two of the other, the Cog of Mageddon and the Tetrahedron of Urgrin. Those are actually kind of little throwbacks to our Artifacts of the Past mission from the Halls of Power. Interesting, huh? And the Rings of Azar are actually the rings that Raven wears to keep her father's influence at bay. So she's controlling those. Yeah, see what we did
good.
there?
That's
She's
pretty good.
controlling the demons. And the last one is Dillistil. I have no idea if I said that correctly, but
Probably not.
I've read it a lot, but I haven't heard it spoken that often. Is like what Captain Atom is made of. That makes him super strong, and that's why it's good for tanks. So that's why these are real DC artifacts that will help our characters have more power.
And the more you play, the stronger they get. Here's how that works. So this is the Artifacts tab. What? New UI. And we're just going to go through the tutorial that's in the game and kind of just explain it for you guys, just the way it works. So obviously the artifacts you have, everything in inventory, appears here. For example, like that. You load them over here
This
into
is so cool.
a
I
thing.
just love
Right,
watching
isn't it
this
great?
go.
Like, it's fantastic. We'll load it there, and we'll do that in a second. In fact, we'll do it right now. I'm going to do the Starheart fragment because healers are awesome.
Everybody loves a healer.
So once you load your, actually, I shouldn't be talking about it. Mojo, why don't you walk us through while I do this? I loaded my thing. Now
Sure.
it happened.
So now you have your list of reagents that you can feed into that artifact to increase its experience. So you load those right there, and those 5 slots, each of those slots can hold a stack of reagents.
All right, and we have different ones, obviously. Just rarity, right?
Yeah, it's rarity, and each one, the rarer it is, the more experience it gives. So these get progressively more rare.
Notice
and
they stack
powerful.
to 99.
They
Yes, they
stack
do.
high.
We don't hate you. We
Um,
love you.
So I'm just going to put them all in.
And so now you can see you've increased the rank that your artifact will level up to. And so when you're ready, you just click that fortify button.
Boom.
Did we turn the
Level it
sound
up.
off completely?
Yeah, we did.
I could make the sounds.
Yeah, okay.
It's awesome.
I'm
It's actually
sorry.
really
I'm sorry
cool.
about that.
It's
I don't know
really
what's going on.
It's really great UI. I love this.
So you would just whenever you find one of these, you just drop it in, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then
Just
hit this fortify.
plug and play.
So
really
before we
easy.
go much further, how do I find these? Where do these nth metal
Yeah, where do I get my
bits
nth
come
metal?
from?
So these come from several different places. Every day you can run the Vault and the Stabilizer Duo on all of your characters, and you'll just get a big chunk of this,
If you're a member.
if you remember.
If you remember, you can run the vault every day.
Members-
Otherwise,
members
less
get
than.
the Vault bonus.
Yeah.
right?
Essentially, when you can enter the vault or when you can do the stabilizer
The-
event
It's actually a huge addition to membership benefits,
Yep.
having this
Mhm.
giant drop of nth
Daily.
metal.
daily.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And in addition to that, anytime you kill an NPC, you have a chance to get some amount of this stuff.
What if I'm
So-
loot locked?
Doesn't matter.
There's no loot lock.
Wait,
for this.
what? It
You
doesn't
can
matter.
just keep playing all
Have
day
you been
long.
practicing that? Wait, what? But that's what's cool about it.
Yeah.
It is a kill stuff, get stuff mechanic.
Yeah.
We wanted that.
Yeah.
Every
So-
time you're playing anything anywhere in the game, you may get nth metal.
Right. Really, no limits on it.
Mhm.
Yeah, in the raid playtest, for instance, that we've been doing for Earth 3, it's great. You'll kill some stuff, even the trash mobs in the halls. It's not a big deal.
And you're just like,
You
dude,
can
got
still
nth
get,
metal.
you can still get that jackpot if you're lucky enough.
Mhm.
So no matter what you're doing, you have a chance to be improving this thing, and you'll come out of the raid with a couple extra rings for your artifact, and it feels really good.
Yeah, it has
Nice.
been really cool playtesting which we're playtesting the next episode.
Stay
and
tuned.
getting
Spoilers.
getting all of that's not. They know there's
know it's
another
Earth 3.
episode,
They
you
don't know.
guys. And getting this extra loot as we were playing, and then like I could go play something else with like a low level friend. I love it. I love getting stuff. Okay, I'm greedy. Sorry.
That's kind of how it works. All right, so I keep playing. I keep getting stuff. I keep fortifying. Oh, you know what? One thing I wanted to show was this is my current rank of
Yes.
my thing. Obviously, the stats here, the numbers here are not quite right. We mentioned that earlier. But this is what it is now.
Mhm.
This is what it's about to be
Yep.
based
Right.
on going to the next
Yellow
rank.
bar there.
So in this case, 14 to 15.
Yes.
And then what's this up here?
And this is the stats that you'll get and the properties that you'll get after you break through the milestone rank, which is at rank 20.
Yeah, because like you kind of have a short-term goal there. I know I'm pointing at something.
Things
I
I
do that
can't
all the
see.
time. You have a short-term goal there of what's coming right around the corner, but we also want you to know that what's that next big milestone? When are you going to get a big bump or a new ability or something like that? So that you always know it's coming.
All right. So what happens when I get there? And in fact, I'll just get there.
Well, there you
Oh.
go.
I'm on the verge of a milestone rank.
I like how we're just
Trembling.
telling you what's happening
That's
in
right.
the game. It's
It's
awesome.
in the game. Yeah.
So it's pulsing with energy. So
Yep.
now you're ready to break through to a milestone. So to get to a milestone, you need a special item called catalysts. And these are items that you get by playing older content. So it could be in duos, alerts, or raids.
A
But-
specific
Right.
Specific piece of
We've
content.
targeted some that we want people to go back and do
Yeah.
to get these things.
And if you highlight the catalyst, let's go ahead and click through that really quick. It'll tell
Yeah.
you where to get it.
Tells you what you need, where to go get it.
It should be very easy. This will all update. Even if you don't have the catalyst, you can select this and you'll know where to go to get these things.
And so, are these things tradable?
Yes, they are.
The catalysts, yep.
The
And
catalysts are tradable.
yeah.
Mhm.
What's cool about that is that means low-level people can go into Area 51 and they'll get something that a high-level person would want.
They'll be like, "Excuse me, would you like to
So-
make a trade?"
Right. Sure.
It makes a really good economy.
Cool. Okay, so let's do
Also
this.
means that if you've got an alt you're leveling, they may get stuff. They may get catalysts that you might want to
That
hand off to
All
another
your
character.
characters
Yeah.
need. Yeah. Sure. Okay, so we're at 19. We're ready to play. We've got enough item XP to break through. We have our catalysts already. Our success chance is 100%. What's going on there?
Yep. So the higher the rank is, the more difficult it becomes to break through because these things are getting so powerful that it's very hard to
See,
contain
it's
all
like-
that
They
energy.
become
See how
unstable.
the
Yeah.
UI is like even showing you this thing's like out of control.
Got it. Okay. But
So
It's like
at
got
level
it.
20, it's 100%, so we're just going to break through, not worry about it.
Oh.
And
Did
there's,
we?
there's sound.
Yes. Yeah, it sounds great.
Sorry
you guys
about
you'll hear it later.
that.
So we broke through, which means we now unlocked everything that you would get at milestone 20,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
We just hit 20.
And you can actually see, actually I put in way too much
Yeah, you
experience.
did.
And we're actually at 24. Like you don't lose.
Yeah,
experience.
if you overfeed, over fortify, we let it like
just
roll
yeah,
over.
you don't lose it. Yeah.
Mhm.
But so here we are. and we're ready to repeat that process, trying to get to this next milestone rank, which has even cooler stats and awesome abilities and stuff. All right, so that is artifacts in a nutshell. One major thing. So you guys noticed on the live stream that there was this tab up here, but nobody noticed that there was this equipment slot down here, which ended up being fine for us. But you just equip it like any other item. It goes in there. That can be stored in your armory. That can be, it's literally just a new equipment slot with a new kind of item. And if you want to swap out your artifacts, it's however the way you do that.
That's what's so cool about introducing artifacts like this is it's on top of everything else.
Yeah.
Right now, this is just extra to all of the gear that you're working on.
Yeah.
In addition to.
And again, that kind of sets us up for the future. This is very simple. There's 5 options here to start for artifacts, and there's 1 equipment slot for artifacts. And the levels stop at, what do they stop at? The ranks?
100 right
100 ranks to start with. So those will increase eventually, so you can go further. Plus, we'll have new artifacts eventually.
Yep.
Plus, maybe
but
even
of course, there's so many
slots.
things in the universe to find.
Right, there are a lot of things in the universe. That's a good point.
So this is where we start seeing the crazy forum posts about like, I want the Helm of Naboo, and it should do this and that.
Yeah, which is great. Bring those on.
Yeah, I'll read them.
We've already had some pretty cool suggestions on the forums. So.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Just from like the announcement yesterday of what's an artifact.
There's
a lot of interesting conversation.
Cool.
So we expect you guys have many questions. For those, please go to the official forums at dcuniverseonline.com, and Moja has a great write-up which kind of just repeats what we've kind of shared here, as well as we'll have this replay uploaded there for you to rewatch in case you're looking for it. And post your questions, post your comments. We really want to hear from you guys about what you think now about the system, as well as what you might want to see in the future.
Yeah,
it's a big deal.
We're so excited to do this feature. We've been wanting to do like a grow your item over time system for years, and we were able to, now that we got everything sorted out, we were able to build it, and we're just so excited to release it to you guys and hear what you think, hear where you want it to go.
Yeah,
there's a lot of cool new options we're gonna have the power to do now, so get ready.
It's just at the tip of the iceberg. It's going to get crazy.
It's going to get crazy.
I have a couple questions here that we kind of expect you're going to ask that we're just going to try to hit details. So kind of that's the live stream. Thanks for joining. But here's some more extra questions if you're into it, and then we'll maybe try to get some from chat. But really head to the forums so we can really answer them and read them in depth.
But if you can't get enough of us,
right? If you want to stay around, awesome. What in all this is tradable? Catalysts are tradable. What else is tradable?
Yeah. So catalysts are always tradable. Any of the nth metal that you find from NPCs is going to be account bound, so you can share that between all your characters.
Oh, awesome. Alts.
You don't get punished for playing alts. You can use your alts to help push your mains artifact if you want.
So catalysts are the things that help me break through, or what I need to break through.
Right.
Yes.
The milestones.
Right.
And then nth metal is the reagents that I need to just level them. Right.
Yep, right.
Okay. Just making sure everybody knows when we talk about them, what we're talking about.
Yep. No, that's good. So those are account bound.
And then the nth metal from the vault and the stabilizer duo are character bound, and you can run that on all of your characters.
That's
okay. So that makes sense.
So you want to log into those guys too.
Okay.
Cool.
Can I have multiple artifacts? We actually ended up answering that in the question. Yes, you totally can. What happens if I decide to respec and I don't want my tank artifact anymore?
So you can actually push your old artifact into your new one. There's at a cost, so you can't transfer it 100% over, but you will be able to save a lot of that experience.
Okay,
and
kind
just
of move that
straight into your.
Awesome.
Yeah, so if you're leveling, you're like, I'm not sure which role I am. You can just work on both, and then when you pick one, you can just, like you said, at a cost, go, all right, I'm a healer. Feed it in.
Okay. Will artifacts work with armories?
Yes.
Just like any other equipment.
I hope so.
Just wanted to.
That's the plan. Let us know if they don't. They're supposed to.
Do artifacts work in PvP?
Currently, no. These are all PvE artifacts for now, but we may add PvP artifacts in the future.
Works like gear in that sense.
Okay, yeah. So like, I have a PvP weapon, it works in PvP. I have a PvE weapon, it doesn't work in PvP.
Right.
Same with artifacts.
Yeah, and so these 5 are PvE.
PvE artifacts. Got it. Okay. Do artifact effects stack with each other? Like if we have the same artifact, if we both have Starheart fragments, do they stack?
So the same one will not stack. Whichever one's stronger will win.
Okay.
But the different artifacts stack effects together.
Awesome.
So they
Even if it's the
synergize.
same like health buff, like you get
Yes.
2 health buffs, so there are
Yeah.
2 artifacts.
It's partly why
Awesome.
it's not necessarily bad to like have a side artifact you're working on that, like I was trying to get to earlier.
Oh, yeah.
That way, if we get in the group and we both have the same artifact, and be like, well, I'll grab this, I'll slot this one on, so
Just
that
for
we
the
can
bonus,
get both bonuses.
Depending
in
on
the
your group. Got it.
Just depends.
Okay. And then yeah, can other items be artifacts in the future? Like, do we expect to expand out of just this one slot?
Maybe. Very
Okay.
likely. Maybe.
Just
And that
we-
Sunstone
we've-
or Sunblade looks really cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, the
Say.
Sunblade
Yeah,
in
it
metal.
does.
The one that
Yeah.
Batman like barters with Wonder Woman. I'll give you this if you give me that. We might do one of those someday.
Awesome.
Those are the things we want to hear about, like what people would want to have.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
that's kind of basically the basic questions we wanted to answer. I'm gonna check chat real quick. So if you have questions, hit them now. We'll try to get some of them, and then we'll head to the forums to answer the rest. Question from Jareth: can we get artifact as a style? Not right now.
As a style, not now. And I'd be curious. That's something they could talk about what they think. What does that mean?
I think
What
it
does-
means just in a different slot that has a
Will it
style.
look-
But
not for
maybe
these,
that's not what it
'cause
meant.
these
Let
are-
us know what you
These are
meant.
extra. These
Yeah.
these are like you got it in your pocket. You got Star Heart Fragment.
Maybe one day. We'll see.
Hold on, I'm just.
that's a funny question.
I'm not gonna even.
How are
Take that
artifacts
notice.
obtained? Let's just go over that again. How do you get your artifact?
Sure. So we have a mission at level 20 that'll unlock, and Constantine will call you. And at the end of that mission, you will be able to choose one for free. And then after that, you'll be able to get the extra ones that you didn't choose from Constantine for marks of victory.
Okay.
And we may give out new ones in the future in different ways. We'll
They'll
see.
be
Right. Are
Many
artifacts
All
options.
kinds of ways.
yes? Are artifacts themselves tradable?
Currently, no.
No, they're not.
It's kind of like, can you trade your own leveling?
Yeah.
No.
No, you can't.
Kind of.
Do the catalyst drop locations change, or is it fixed and standard?
Those are fixed. So each catalyst is mapped to a specific location for that catalyst.
Mhm.
And then as you level them up, you'll be going through later and later tiers to get higher level catalysts.
Is the catalyst I need for example, level 20 or rank 20 always the same?
It is for this set.
Okay.
So
And then for
knows?
everybody, it's the same for
for
this set?
everybody, it's the same.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's kind of like as the milestones get higher, the tier of the content that they're from gets higher too. I
Yep.
think that's what your
Yeah.
plan was.
Yeah.
And
So
so
I was like, we're at this first milestone, Area 51.
right, and that makes sure that your artifact kind of stays within the level band of your content if
Yeah.
you're getting these yourself.
Yeah, 'cause
so
we
you don't get a
handed-
crazy powerful artifact.
Yeah, or if
right?
we handed it off to a level 20 and we're like,
Here
go
you
to
go.
Amazon Fury.
Right,
Good
that's
luck,
the fun
buddy.
part. I had one. I just lost it.
I like one. Can I read it?
Yeah, go for it if you see.
Can artifacts be power unique,
Oh,
not
that's the
just
one I was
role
looking for.
based? Aha! Well, I found it.
Good reading.
You want to answer that?
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can, and if I get my way, there will be some crazy things happening.
Oh, yeah.
In the future.
In the
the
future.
future.
Not right now.
I'm sorry, I get ahead of myself. But
Yes.
yes, yeah, like it doesn't have to be role based at all.
Is this going to be on the test server anytime soon?
It's going to be on the test server.
I defer to you.
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
know.
Right
Everybody
now.
asks me.
Yep, it's coming up.
We're aiming for tonight, so if you want to test, please stay tuned and hop on later this evening. We want to get this stat bug fixed if we can, but so
Yeah.
we'll update you with the latest details later. But yeah, we expect to be in test ASAP.
And we will give you like tons of the reagents just on test so that you can level them up.
Mhm.
Because we didn't want to play the game for 6 months. Thanks.
Right,
You know,
right.
whatever. It doesn't take 6 months. Don't freak out.
Someone asked how Constantine would contact you if you were max CR. As long as you're level 20 or
Or
above,
higher.
he'll
Yeah.
contact you.
Sorry.
You'll have a mission.
You're not going to miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you don't answer your phone,
Yeah.
which is rude.
He doesn't care. He's just going to start talking anyway.
That's true. Are catalysts loot locked?
Yes, they are.
They are just like regular loot. It's the reagents, the XP items that come off of everything,
That's
regardless.
a grind.
Those which
Okay.
aren't.
Mhm.
Yep.
Do we have a release date? No, we don't have an actual live release date, but I mean it's on test today-ish, so it's kind of the next thing, right? What?
Soon.
I'm just saying, what does that usually
Oh,
mean?
right. Yeah,
It's not too far out.
yeah. What happens if you don't break through?
So if you don't
Good
break through,
question.
you lose your catalyst, but the artifact stays the exact same. You have another chance. Like you
Yeah.
can't destroy your artifact or anything like that. So
Okay.
you
Yeah,
just lose this
none of
catalyst.
us wanted to do that. That
Right,
is so
right,
crappy.
right.
We would never destroy your artifact.
You have a chance of not progressing. You don't have a chance of like going backwards.
No,
Right,
God,
okay.
that would be terrible.
yeah.
That makes me think of like
That was a good thing
old
to
school
clarify.
MMOs when
Yeah.
you're like, I lost my level.
Right.
I love it. It's my one of my favorite games ever. But oh, we didn't want to do that. We were just not that cruel.
Can I get a res?
Can I get a res? Res my artifact. No.
All right. Scrolling through some questions. Looks like things stack high. Things stack to 99 or 999?
99.
99. Okay.
And catalysts, I think, are 999.
Okay.
Those are just
Yeah.
crazy.
Can artifacts affect league halls?
Not,
I don't know what that
not
means.
really.
Exactly,
Not
but
yet. Give
it's
us
a cool idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let us
Interesting
know
idea.
what
That's
you
cool.
think. What does that mean to you, and what would you like it to do? I make no promises, but I like to read things.
All right, I'm going to put a close on the questions then, since it seems like we've hit most of them. If you have more and we missed it, sorry about that. It's tough to, read fast Twitch chat going by. But the forums are there for long-form discussion.
Yep.
Please come ask your questions. We'll have a thread up there, an official thread up there momentarily that Moja has taken a lot of time to put together for us. And we will slot this replay into that so everything's all in one place for asking questions. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you for Artifacts. I'm super excited
Yeah.
about this.
Me too.
Thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully you're excited too. Check out the test server and then check out the forums for the write-up, and we'll be live before you know it. Also, remember that in-game, just plug, Halloween event is going on.
Oh, yeah.
Get your treat or treat bag. It's free. It's awesome.
Treat or
It's got
treat.
stuff and skill points in it.
Oh, people have been tweeting me their Halloween costumes from in-game. Please continue. I love seeing.
Yeah, do that.
Those
And
are super
also
cool.
send us your Halloween haunted layers. Those
Yes.
are awesome. In fact, look out for something on Monday where you might be able to win prizes for sending us your awesome layer.
Excuse me, I have to go work on my layer. No, I don't think I can win.
But anyway, that's Artifacts, brand new system coming to DCO. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.